It's estimated now that nearly 60% of people in the U.S. support legalizing marijuana. That's up from just 30% a decade ago. However, the smoke is not cleared when it comes to pot's stigma. I want you to look at some of these ads we uncovered from yesteryear, highlighting the purported dangers of marijuana. Question is, was there ever any truth to some of these claims that marijuana is a dangerous gateway drug? Joining us now is Karen O'Keefe, the director of the Marijuana Policy Project, and addiction expert Paul Auchterlonie, who have different opinions on this, because we do want to discuss this claim that marijuana could be a gateway drug to everything from cocaine to meth to heroin, now that it has become more ubiquitous in certain states. California was just legalized recreationally. So I want to ask, Karen, I'll bring you into the conversation first. What are your thoughts on some of the reported risks and it being a potential gateway to other drugs?
Sure. So marijuana, of course, isn't without risks, but its risks pale in comparison to alcohol and other drugs. It's far less toxic, it's less addictive, and it's not linked to violence. When it comes to the gateway theory, it's been repeatedly debunked. What can be a gateway, though, is keeping marijuana illegal. So there are people that would never use certain dangerous illegal drugs, like PCP, that have got marijuana on the illicit market from somebody else, and because it wasn't tested, because they didn't know where it came from, they've been exposed to drugs that they never would have used voluntarily.
And so, Paul, I want to bring you in because you do deal with addicts on a regular basis. What are your thoughts with the legalization of marijuana and whether or not it could indeed be a gateway?
Well, as far as the legalization of marijuana, I mean, first thing first, I'm a realist. I mean, that horse already sailed, so to speak, in a lot of ways in our country. As far as the gateway theory, 18% of those that admitted into residential treatment for addiction is because of marijuana, behind alcohol and opiates. So the old myth of people don't go to rehab for weed is not actually accurate. But I'd like to introduce this concept that came out in the Surgeon General's report just this week. And most of the marijuana use takes place between 15 years of age and 25 years of age. During that same time, what's happening? Our prefrontal cortex is still developing, our brain, the brain that regulates emotion and judgment and decision-making and time management and those sorts of things. It's an interesting correlation to bring into the discussion a gateway, coupled with the fact that potency of marijuana is much higher than it used to be. And over the last 13 years, adolescents perceive marijuana as to be safer or less dangerous. So, the summary of my argument is adolescents think it's safer and they use it earlier and it's more okay to use. So I would appreciate if, the other side of the aisle would at least, focus on the harmful effects that it can have, around areas, not violent, not like they're, chewing people's face off, like with the, bath salts and some of the crazy stuff we've seen in the media the last few years. It's a dream killer. It's a goal attainer killer. People are, there's a reason why you can't manage your time and complete tasks and, those sorts of things.